Right now, an artificial intelligence can help discover a brand new drug in about 12 months. That same underlying technology can also be used to scan a patient's medical file and deny their care in under a minute. For years, healthcare AI was mostly trapped in experimental pilot programs and industry hype. Meanwhile, doctors and nurses were losing up to 35% of their working hours to administrative paperwork. In 2025, the industry moved from theoretical concepts to clinical proof, deploying machine learning and generative models at a massive scale. Currently, 60% of all healthcare AI investment is directed toward administrative automation, rather than clinical medicine. We are watching the medical system fracture into two distinct realities. On one side, intelligence is being deployed to save lives. On the other, it is being used to figure out how not to pay for them. At the scale of major pharmaceutical companies, AI is actively accelerating the drug discovery process. This chart shows the drug discovery AI market doubling to $1.86 billion, fueled by generative AI. These models predict complex protein structures and run intricate molecular simulations, executing tasks in days that used to take years of trial and error. The standard preclinical timeline for developing a new drug usually takes 4 to 6 years. Now, that entire window has been shrunk to just 12 months. Researchers use these models to design novel, highly targeted molecular compounds in real time, matching treatments precisely to specific disease mechanisms. The pharmaceutical labs aren't doing this alone. Silicon Valley tech companies directly supply the open-source foundational models that make this massive biomedical research possible. Pharmaceutical research has shifted from trial-and-error chemistry to precision molecular engineering. That acceleration is also happening inside the hospital. Radiologists and clinicians are now supported by a wave of new AI diagnostic tools. In 2025 alone, the government cleared 295 distinct AI and machine learning medical devices for clinical use. This chart breaks down those 295 clearances to highlight a specific category: software as a medical device, or SAMD. This is software intended for medical purposes without being tied to a physical piece of hardware, and it made up 62% of these new approvals. To handle this influx, regulators introduced predetermined change control plans. This framework allows algorithms to learn and update post-market. Instead of triggering a massive full resubmission every time the code improves, developers pre-specify how the software will adapt. The regulatory establishment is actively rebuilding its frameworks to embrace continuous algorithmic learning rather than fighting it. High-stakes AI deployment is accelerating within the medical back office, where the technology has become far more contentious. Health insurers handle a process called utilization review, deciding whether to approve payment for recommended treatments. Today, 84% of large insurers use AI for operational tasks like prior authorization. Predictive models scan a patient's medical file, match it against coverage rules, and auto-classify or deny a claim in seconds. This introduces a massive risk of automation bias. When humans are tasked with overseeing an algorithm that processes hundreds of files an hour, they often lack the time or incentive to challenge the machine's denial recommendations. The human oversight becomes effectively toothless. Hospitals are launching their own counterattack. They deploy AI ambient scribes that listen to doctor-patient conversations and perfectly document the visit, structuring the data to preemptively counter the insurer's algorithms. When denials do happen, providers use generative AI to automatically read the denial letters and draft massive, customized appeal packets designed to beat the specific logic of the insurer's software. We have reached a point where bots are fighting bots over medical bills. Immense computational power is being consumed by an algorithmic arms race over bureaucracy instead of being directed toward patient care. The events of 2025 proved that AI is now the permanent operating layer of the medical system. The core technology works exactly as designed, regardless of the application. It will efficiently find a molecular cure for a disease, and it will just as efficiently find a loophole in an insurance policy. Clinical AI, like diagnostic software, faces strict patient-focused regulation from government agencies. Administrative AI operates with relatively unchecked freedom. The next phase of innovation requires establishing the strict ethical frameworks and governance needed to rein these systems in. Technology alone cannot fix a broken healthcare system. It will simply scale and optimize the price.